Probably the biggest thing for me would be the 5S.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the 5S part of this. I have a lot of trouble with not having things in the right places, and it can take hours on your normal workload to get what you need. And the 5S has just worked brilliantly for our farm in particular. We can find things so much easier, we can get our jobs done faster. And referring people, like if I send people out to go get stuff, they know where it is and I can tell them exactly where it is. It's worked really well.
The first thing for us is we want people to be proud to work for Darwalla, and we want to attract good staff. So when people come to us now, they see the website, they see the awards we've won, they can see through because we have all our newsletters there, they can see the type of activity that goes on, and I think that attracts a lot of people, but also keeps people with us.
The big takeaways for me has been the people management, especially moving from a role to a more senior role, and also managing people from different cultural backgrounds, because I was in a very mixed culturally mixed farm, and the learning how to manage the people was key to making that successful.
The thing that I thought was that's really important about the training is getting the different parts of the business together, and that holistic understanding of how this part fits in, and you're sharing your value stream mapping so that you've got a much deeper understanding of different parts of the business, and then you've got your networking group and just learning from how other sections have done their part. Then even though their process is different, you can look at the theory behind it and apply that to your own section.
I think the main thing is that it's given people an understanding of what we tried to roll out some years ago, so everyone's had a chance to get the picture about what we're trying to achieve. So from that perspective, it's about getting everyone on board. What I think has been good is that as the people are starting to use those learnings to do things in the workplace.
I think the intention is people understand what we're trying to achieve. So we do a 5-year planning cycle. So we talk about 5-10 years down the track sometimes, even further sometimes. So I think if they know what the end goal is, the training has relevance, and so I think like for example with all the change we've had this year, some of it was affected a lot of people, and it would have been normal in a company like ours for everyone to go, oh, what's going to happen next, and be scared. But I think because they know what we're trying to achieve, they can see that it's in line with that. But that mindset comes through the training, particularly because they can see it's part of a continuous improvement thing, because continuous improvement applies to at a strategic level as well as at an operational level.
Well, every day was a fight, wasn't it? Because you don't actually really quite often don't understand what's being said to you, and what their problems are. But actually being able to understand the people better lets you understand the problems better, and the solutions come easier, a lot easier.
I think it's giving the individuals a voice. So you've got different people who are hiding away in their own little workspace, and they're busy doing their own job. But aside from interacting with other parts of the business, then they're put forward and they realise that what the part that they're doing is a really important part of the job, and how it fits into the whole value chain.
Well, I think on the continuous improvement, people are starting to do projects and understand what benefits we can get from it, and we're starting to see things happening that can focus on cost savings, improving processes, that kind of stuff.
It's made it easier to push through those things, those big decisions and big changes, and we've got more developments coming, and I think they're just going to be more accepting of that. So I think we couldn't have done what we needed to if we hadn't have started this training and got the broader leadership team on side.
Understanding that better and having with me personally, a more relaxed way of dealing with people has made them more comfortable in bringing ideas forward, and it's working much better.
Well, in terms of changes, so if we're wanting to convince someone that we need to spend a bit of money, perhaps people are having to do an A3 and do a bit of a scientific deal around why we should make that change. So I think it's not so much an emotional or an instinctive reaction. There's a process. People are looking at science, looking at the data, and coming up with a good story and making a case from that perspective.
We've done the right thing by starting at the top, because no point in training. We do a lot of training at ground level, and we train people how to do their jobs, but we've got to filter it down. But we needed that sort of leadership group on board first. Otherwise, you'd be battling that.
The stuff that we've been doing with you, there's an awful lot of improvements that we've been able to make. Simple things like working out timelines and production timelines and that type of thing, and with quality understanding, particularly on the farm that I'm on now. I mean, we've made dramatic improvements. I mean, not a little bit, a lot. 30% in some cases. It's big.
I think things like team meetings, which probably we've got a bit more formality around that. There's boards. People are focused on what's important for us. KPIs at all levels. Each level of the business has their own KPIs, so it's good to get people looking on that. So I think those are some of the good changes. It's been great to see the development of the farm managers and the guys who've done the Cert 4, and look at them developing themselves. And I think all too often in rural positions, guys are just left on farms and left to get on with it. So I think this is really good for their own personal development as well. I think what I have learned is when you talk to people about a continuous improvement journey, it is a journey, and it's very rare to get a huge bite and a take at the beginning. So everything is about a step, and as we've made each step, there's a bit of discussion, analysis, how do we make it better. So at each stage, I see a big improvement as we go along.